Welcome back to the channel. This is No Luck Trucking. I'm Matt. That's Liz. It has been forever since we have made a video, and that's because we've just been doing our dedicated stuff for the longest. Last week we went home. The week before we went home.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks.
Yeah, so it's been about 2 weeks since we made a video, something like that. So we are in Dillon, South Carolina. What are we doing here? Oop, my alarm's going off. What are we doing here?
We're picking up a sweet load.
Yeah?
A good load.
Good load.
Good load.
How many money dollar signs?
Many money
Yeah. Yeah, it's somebody added that bolt, but just let it drop.
Something like that.
So this is a double drop and hook for Harbor Freight. Harvey Freights.
Harvey Freights going to Montgomeryville.
Yeah, Montgomeryville, Pennsylvania.
Which is somewhere near Philadelphia.
So we have an appointment time for the drop and hook sometime between their operation hours or receiving hours, I guess. 8 to 1, something like that. On Monday, and then we have to get back to Baltimore to get our dedicated stuff, but I think we're gonna go and try to buy a guitar as well.
Another guitar adventure.
Another guitar adventure. It's been a while for that as well.
Yeah.
I remember it was cold and raining the last time.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was like March.
Yeah, it was kind of raining.
Maybe February.
It's been so long, we're back to the cold weather.
Yeah. So we're gonna finish getting this dropped, and then we have to go find our loaded trailer, and we'll pick up later.
Found the trailer. It's actually in the spot that they had it marked down as, which feels kind of rare, but maybe Harbor Freight actually has their system together. So, I mean, tire's not looking that great, but it's legal. You know, sometimes places have the best intentions with telling you where a trailer is going to be, and then things just kind of get placed wherever. But this place does seem to be pretty organized. Ladies at the guard shack were super friendly. The inside tire has some wear too, so you know, usual Landstar stuff, but it all looks legal, it all looks straight. Check the lights. All right, so gonna get hooked up, and then we'll get it out of here. So stopped at Big Boy's truck stop on 95. It's the exit before Kenley. They have an Amazon locker here. Just gonna pick up some tea that I ordered that you can't find at Walmart. It's just a regular herbal tea, but it's really good with a little bit of milk and stevia sweetener. So took the opportunity while we're gonna stop at Kenley to go ahead and stop here. The locker, this one, is around front. We've stopped here before, so I was able to find it. Sometimes they're kind of tricky to find. Just gonna scan the barcode. Let's see. It's been a while. Scan? Maybe? Yeah. There we go. Alright. And it's that easy. It really does work out so nice when you can know where you're going to be and find an Amazon locker on the way. It makes it really convenient to get some stuff that you can't get at Walmart. So I realized saying that I drink tea makes it sound like maybe I drink some sort of like specialty, but it's not like a skinny tea or anything. Just a mandarin orange. It's really tasty, like this brand. Oh. Alright, now to Kenley.
Well, we spent the night at Kenley 95 in Kenley, North Carolina, off of I-95. and it's currently about 5 a.m. It's a little chilly outside. Just did pre-trip, and we're gonna roll to a little bit past DC. That's gonna be our main goal, is getting past DC. That's where the majority of our traffic is gonna be. We're gonna get fairly close, and then tomorrow we're gonna run it in early, kind of sit on their lot until they open. I think they open earlier than when the receiving time is. I don't know. I haven't been to a Harbor Freight super early, like an actual store. But the appointment says 8 to 1, so we're gonna try to be there a little bit early. Try to get going as soon as somebody gets in to sign the paperwork, and then we're gonna drop the trailer at Baltimore, and we're gonna roll down to this place called Atomic Music, which is like 20 miles away, I think. It might be a little bit closer, but we're gonna bobtail over there, hopefully buy this guitar, and then head back, all in time to get some sleep for our dedicated run. We'll see how it goes, but we'll definitely document it. It's pretty exciting, and I'll show you what guitar, if we buy it. If not, then you'll never know. Alright, we're just north of Baltimore. We were trying to park at this rest area that's on the left side of 95. I think this is Maryland House, or is this Chesapeake House?
This is
Maryland House. There's probably about 40 spots, and they're all full. There's a RV in one, couple bobtails, and then the rest trucks. So I think the plan is I'm gonna drive a little bit farther, because the last rest area that we tried to stop at was the Maryland Welcome Center, I believe, and that was completely full. There was one spot, but somebody had parked back far enough that to try to get the swing, the back of the trailer would have hit the people across the way. We tried. I had Liz spotting me, and it would have been really close. We needed another like 3 or 4 inches of one of the trucks moving forward just a little bit, but even then, that area was so tight that it was like, once you're in there, you still have to worry about somebody taking your hood off when they leave. So it's like, is it worth all this? Because I was gonna back down the exit and then back into the spot blind side, but it's like, you do all that work and then you still have to worry about somebody like hitting your truck, because it's kind of like one of those Pennsylvania rest areas where there's hardly any room in front of the trucks to actually leave. So we just decided to drive here and see if there's any spots, which there's not. There's another rest area, but I don't think we're gonna bother. I think we're just gonna go over to the so Flying J, I believe. It's like 185 spots, so we're gonna go over there. It's 11 a.m. right now, so should be some spots. If not, there's another like Pilot or something that's 20 more miles down the road. So we're basically gonna like 20 miles down the road all the way to our destination, looking for a spot. But we can't deliver until tomorrow. There's no facilities on site, so we can't really just go there and park. So we'll figure it out. Made it over to the Flying J, got into a spot, struggled a bit. It's been a while. God, being in a truck stop 2 times in a weekend is more than we have done in quite a while. That's kind of the glory part about the dedicated stuff, is we always know where we can park. There's no like scrambling in the Northeast to find parking, especially on the weekend. But you know, it's nice to make the extra money having that 3rd run. Well, I guess technically 4th run if you consider the round trip 2 separate runs. But anyways, we're gonna chill here, leave out in the morning, gonna get some fuel, do this hopefully easy drop and hook at Home Depot or Harbor Freight, grab our empty trailer, head back down to Baltimore, and then go purchase the guitar. we'll see how it goes. Well, we made it over to Harbor Freight. Liz is hooking up to the trailer back there, so it wasn't too bad. This place is a little crowded with like all the dumpsters and stuff, but it's gonna be a pretty quick in and out, you know, nothing major. It's been a pretty rainy day, so I'm gonna stay in the truck. Shouldn't be too much to do. She's almost done hooking up anyways. And then we're gonna drive down to Baltimore, drop the trailer, and then bobtail about 20 miles away from the airport to go pick up the car. So wasn't really a whole lot to film here. It's pretty cut and dry, drop and hook. All right, when I left off, I had said it was pretty cut and dry, not realizing we needed to pull the empty out, park it, grab ours, go through the parking lot to swing back around to get over to this dock, which is in this alleyway, and then we had to blindside it around the dumpsters and into the spot, which there's not a ton of room over here by the curb. Man, this local stuff, man, it's not my favorite, and it doesn't help when you have a 53-foot trailer with a sleeper truck. It doesn't really, it's not as nimble as like a 48-foot with a day cab. You know, you can whip that thing in anywhere. So I don't envy those local guys. Any of you guys that are doing that, more power to you, man. I respect the hustle. Some of these places that we have to go to when we do like the final mile stuff, absolute trash to back into. It's like these people have never seen an actual truck. They just have an idea of how big a truck is, and then they design the whole parking lot or the dock area around an idea of what they think a truck is, and then they actually see one and they're like, wow, that's a lot bigger, good luck. But I mean, it's certainly doable. We did just drop this loaded one in the door, and now we need to go around the corner, grab our empty, and then we're out of here. It is 8:41. We rolled up about an hour ago, so just, I guess it took a little while for them to sign the paperwork and stuff like that. And all right, well, I guess we got to get out from under the trailer now. It has a kingpin lock that we need to put on. All right, just got out from under it. You put on the glad hand lock and the kingpin lock. So I think Liz is probably inside using the restroom, and then we're gonna go around, hook up to her and empty, and get out of here. The shopping center is a little cramped, but it's doable. A little easy run, drop and hook on both ends. Just had to play yard dog for a little bit, but successful. We didn't hit anything, so we'll pick up in a little bit. Well, we got the trailer dropped over in Baltimore. It is so windy outside, and it's chilly. It's wild. It's shaking the truck. Last night when we were trying to sleep, it was shaking real bad too. I guess there's like a tropical storm somewhere or something like that, but so it's about 20 miles over to Atomic Music. I don't remember the city, but it's right outside of Baltimore. So we're gonna head there, and we'll probably pick up when we get to that parking lot. We ended up not filming at Atomic Music Shop. It was just such a mess to get there. There were so many people around. That place has so many guitars. Like, I don't know, like if you guys play guitar or play instruments and you ever been to like a guitar center, and like you just stand back and you're like, wow, that's so many guitars up on the wall. This place had racks and racks and racks of guitars sideways, so thin profile, probably maybe 100 guitars to a rack. There was probably like 20 racks, and then there was hanging ones. So obviously we were there for one specific guitar. So it was a madhouse in there. So it didn't really seem like we were gonna be able to really talk to anybody inside that worked there to like help. So I just wanted to kind of find the guitar, which thankfully it's a very unique color. So I was able to go through all the guitars very quickly looking for this very specific color, and there was one that was like $3,500 that has the same color. It's a little bit different. You can tell the differences when you pick it up. And then I'm like rounding the corner, and I happened to see another one in this color, and it was the one. It was the one that we had been internet stalking for like a week or so, and that's how we found out about the shop, because of a buy, sell, and trade app for guitars that they had it posted up, and then I just happened to glance over at where the place was located, thinking that, you know, we cover a decent amount of the East Coast on our dedicated run, so maybe we could make it on the way like we had done on the prior guitar purchase. So it just happens to be that it was in Maryland, about 20 miles away from Baltimore, Washington International, which is where we leave out of. So the way it kind of went down, it kind of funny on that as well. So I'm like checking out the guitar, flipping it over, make sure there's no scratches, dents, dings, you know, nothing damaged that would really bother me by owning this, because I do enjoy buying used guitars, but I don't enjoy some of the damage that comes with used guitars. So I'm kind of like in this middle area of, I really prefer new guitars because it's fresh. I get to make any dents and dings. You know, it's a fresh canvas, but I love catching these on really good deals, and I like finding really good examples. And so far, 2 of the guitars that we have purchased have been about the best examples that you can get for a used guitar. So I'm holding it, looking it all over, checking it out, getting ready. I'm like hyping myself up because I want to go up there and I want to haggle with them, because I'm not going to pay full price. And even at the very, very, very least, if I were to purchase it on Reverb, which is the app, they would have to pay a 6% fee, which on $1,100, you know, 66 bucks. At the very least, I want 66 bucks off of the guitar, at the very least, because I'm saving them the transaction fees. But I'm hyping myself up because I want to shoot them, you know, a fairly low offer, and then kind of like meet in the middle and whatever, be a good deal for all of us. And at that time, the guy behind the counter is yelling like he needs all of his associates on deck, because there was probably like 10 people waiting to check out and just scattered along the store, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when your store is like 90% guitars, those like 10 to 15 people that are wandering around fill this place up. So he starts yelling, "All right, boys and girls, we need to get rid of these guitars. If you find something, anything, marking them down today. Come up, bring us what you want, and we'll make a deal." So like, I lean my head around the corner to like see what this guy is talking about, and he's like, yeah, if you find anything, let me know. I like just hold the guitar a little bit out. He's like, oh, okay, you found something. So he like starts walking to me, and he's like, oh, that's a nice guitar. He's like, so what do you have to trade? Because they are a guitar broker. They do a lot of buying and selling of used guitars online, in person, whatever. So a lot of the people there had instruments to trade in towards other guitars. I was like, cash? I will trade you cash for the guitar. He's like, that's good, I like that one. So he like rubs the tag, and he's like, ooh, I feel it, this one's gonna be a good deal. I was like, that's what I want to, that's what I want to hear. And then he's like, all right, we'll do $950. So it was marked as 1100 on the website. So he said 950 out the door. So I was like, well, no, sorry, 950 plus tax, which, you know, you can't really get around tax. But so I'm like, all right, yeah, that's way better than I thought. The guitar's in excellent shape. So we go up there, and then he's like, do you know if the listing on Reverb said that it came with a case or anything? I'm like, yeah, it was like a generic bag, basically, is what they said. He's like, don't worry, man, I'm gonna go back there and see. I'll get you a nice looking bag. And then he comes back with a guitar strap, a set of brand new strings, a shirt, I guess the last shirt that they had in the store, which won't fit me, but I think Liz can wear it, and I think that was about it. Yeah, so anyways, so he gets the deal going. We're chatting about, you know, how we found the place, because he asked if I ever been there. And then I told him, you know, we drive a truck and stuff. So let's show what we ended up with. Let me not bang it on the... So this is a 2013... This is really dark. Yeah, well, you'll just have to take my word for it. Maybe this light. Maybe... Yeah, can you hit that light for me? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so it's a 2013 Gibson Les Paul 60s Tribute Gold Top. So there's a few things about this guitar that struck me as very, very odd for... I've always wanted a gold top, and this is the most economical way to get a Gibson Les Paul gold top. The other ones are in the neighborhood of like $3,000 and up. I don't really want to spend that on a guitar. Not at this point. Anyways, maybe if I start playing a lot more and more in depth. But anyways, so this in 2013, they remade the 60s guitars in a kind of a modern-ish style. And the reason I said this one's a little bit different, so normally it has a white pick guard here, and they drill 2 holes, and most of the time it comes from the factory like that. You can remove it, but there's always going to be the 2 holes. It really bothers me. I hate it because I don't like the pick guard. So this one has never had a pick guard installed, so it does not have the holes. Didn't even come with the pick guard. Normally these are kind of beat up, scratched up a little bit. This one has very, very few dents and dings. I was telling Liz, I don't think this one was played much at all, because there's some spots where there would normally be some play wear, and there's none on here. So the guitar sounds fantastic, even without an amp. I don't have an amp. We've taken the guitar stuff off the truck a little while ago. I haven't put it back on. But this one resonates so much more. And also, the bag that he got, he went back and found us an actual legit Gibson gig bag. So it's a lightly padded cloth case. What's that?
Fluffy.
Yeah, it is fluffy inside it. It's like a fake animal fur. But yeah, this one being so close, not having the pick guard holes drilled into it, being 10 years old, almost 11 years old, and not having any scratches or defects in the gold top is pretty wild. And the price was really good. It was about $100 more than what the average market range is, but that's also for the previous style one, the 50s remake of the gold top, which is a little bit different. I think this one's a little bit better. Fits me better. The neck feels a lot better and stuff. But all those things, and it being so close, I mean, just could not get it. It's a fantastic guitar so far. I can't wait to hear it hooked up to an amp. But this is what this week's adventure kind of all led to. The Harbor Freight stuff was not bad. I would definitely do that again. I mean, the rate is fantastic. I think it's almost like $5 a mile or something like that from Dillon, South Carolina up to PA. Do you remember the city? Montgomeryville. Yeah, Montgomeryville, PA. I don't know if we've said it in the video or not, but it worked out fantastic, except it being really, really wet and rainy, and the parking lots are a little small. And that alleyway, like I said, whoever designed it has never seen a truck in real life, but it worked out. We didn't hit anything. We shuttled some trailers around and got out of there, got back here. Now we're just waiting for our door to open up so we can drop our trailer and go to sleep until tomorrow night. So just wanted to get a video out. It's been a while. I know not everyone's into guitar stuff, but that's what we're into, and we're not doing a whole lot of interesting trucking currently, so you get what you get. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.